Well, it's nice to have unique, real people share their question or leave their comment that aren't completely, like out of their rockers. That's really nice, isn't it? So welcome everybody to the Monk Life Meditation show, Monk Life Meditation live stream. I'm happy to answer all of your questions. Oh, that's not coffee, that's tea. That's right. I wouldn't say I'm sad, but I certainly didn't wake up with a morphine injection. The body is pain, the body is shit. The mind is pain, the mind is shit. The world is pain, the world is shit. That's what we've got to work with. Yes. Namo Amitabhul, 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 Namo Amitabhul. I saw a guy, young man, young spiritual man on TikTok, and he said he's selling. He says I'm going to be offering a 6-week course for 12 people, so it's exclusive, on entering the heart and finding their true self, and a lot of other buzzwords in it. $444 for 1 hour a week for 6 weeks. How am I going to afford that? But there's a story from Ajahn Brahm in Australia, and anybody who's here, anybody who's concerned with me, they should know who Ajahn Brahm is. Listen to some of his talks, listen to some of his guided meditations. And the guy who's doing it is a very ugly man, a very ugly young man. Colloquially speaking. And I was in the sauna yesterday because after the live stream I went into the sauna. We have a sauna right next to the temple, an herbal sauna. No, different person. And there was a young woman in there also. And that's good, that's great, Scott. And I wanted to say to that one young woman, are you a man or a woman? Because she looked like a woman, but she also looked like a man. But I didn't say that. I just woke up and got into the shower and shaved my head, and I came out here. You know, there's some things that I don't share. Not any major things as of late, but in general, there can be some things that I don't share, and that's normal. That we keep a lot of things to ourselves. But for me, you know, my aspiration is actually to share. You know, to share completely freely, because the reason that we share some things, we don't share others, is kind of because we're building up this image. You know, we're maintaining this image of our ego out in the world. And we want to be careful about that, Paige, making statements like that. But, you know, anything like that, any aspiration, any direction that you're going in, you don't have to be in a hurry. And Bearded Baker, I know you don't mean that. I know you don't mean that. I'm not sure, Egg Dog, I'm not sure if it was a transvestite or it may have been an intersex person. I have no idea. But I just felt that energy. You know, I wanted to say, excuse me, are you a man? Are you a woman? Are you a real woman? Are you a real man? Well, explain what cultural appropriation is, Bearded Baker. Everybody's here listening. All the attention's on you, so. Validation from the internet. Well, I think we all need validation one way or another. So why not get our validation in a way of sharing and helping others? Well, I'm not fully sure. It doesn't matter ultimately. Should I have or shouldn't have I? It was just a moment where I was palpitating with that question. I was also palpitating with this sense of self that was not so self-protective, you know. And I think that's been very deeply trained into me, and in general is very deeply trained into people, you know, to protect this self that's not really there. You know what I mean? And we're in the graveyard after all, so there's a great teaching even all around us. You know, the great teaching of impermanence. You know, and how do you work with this in this kind of space as a spiritual teacher, as a bullshit artist, right? As a true and full and real former Buddhist monk of 7 years, where it's like, in a physical sense, it's like you come and sit down in a physical space and there's all kinds of people coming around. You know what I mean? Throwing rocks at you, saying good things to you, your supporters, your followers are there, etc. You know? And they can't do anything. They're just standing there watching you get rocks thrown at you. It's really interesting. You know, it's kind of a mystery place. It's a very modern kind of thing. some people they say, why is your face that way? And I don't know. That's just the way that it is. Sure, Jacob. Sure. Yeah, well, because I'm a little bit jealous, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit jealous because I look on their TikTok and it's just kind of a young man that's gotten wrapped up in some different spiritualities. He seems like good off, good condition, fairly good condition, but these weird, complicated thinking tradition, and not non-dual, and not a high Dhamma, not a high wisdom teachings. That he's not getting access to that. He's getting access to some, new wave, strange spiritual thinking. And but it's a lot of people like that. A lot of people are licking the screen on his little talks and his little sharings. And I said, why can't I post a TikTok video and get people to be involved with what I have to say like that? You know what I mean? In the now, because it's nice. It's good to reach more people on TikTok, especially that subgroup is really people I want to engage with. And I saw these comments, and it's almost like you want that person to fail. You want it to not work out for them. There's a sense of that. Trey Pistachio, please, friends, call up your hippie neighbor that has a podcast. Call up your uncle that runs a meditation center. Reach out to Mr. Beast. Reach out to etc. You are my agent. You are my representative in the world. So you get me on that podcast. You get me on that stage in the local middle school, and I'll do the rest. Oh, you probably have a great time that way, Trevino. I'm telling you to reach out to him, Trey Pistachio. You're my representative. Well, a lot of people think I'm pretty good. We're getting there, Major Minor. Could I get some help? It's really easy to come in here and say, look how bad of a job you're doing. We've got hundreds of people coming in and going out, and I'm not just here to read off the textbook of the Dhamma, but also to get people to engage and feel connected and to listen and to come together and practice, even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just for a brief moment, to stop. Well, you probably haven't met any real Buddhist monks then. I read too much. And the person who says, a basic breakdown of Buddhism, just do it without expectation. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people showing, one person wants a meditation session. One person wants a basic breakdown of Buddhism. One person wants to complain about how I'm doing this whole thing instead of just, teaching the Dhamma in some idealistic way. And I'm also learning and growing, because this is actually a really good training ground. So basic breakdown of Buddhism. Basic breakdown of Buddhism. No cheats. No Google, no AI. Journey Gray. Let's get there. I mean, potential for what? Potential for me to get a six-pack? In terms of the mind? Basic breakdown of Buddhism. Life is shit. That's your starting point. Life is shit. Blowing up and reaching a wider audience is not really what we're doing here. And it's kind of impossible unless we get some kind of algorithmic support from the heavens. Or unless YouTube changes its live stream format. I know, Major Minor, I know. But that would be good. Life is shit. Life is suffering. Life is hell. I don't know, Donnie. You send me the info and you ask them about it, and we can see. Life is shit. Life is suffering. Life is hell. And whatever it is, no expectations, because I might just not show up. I have a defiant disorder, automatic defiant disorder. So I subliminally, subconsciously will make a mess of my plans. Life is shit. Life is suffering, isn't it? Does anyone ever feel that or experience that life is suffering? This is not coffee. Can you resonate with that? That life is suffering. I know I can. I think what that means, like what life is suffering means, is that a lot of times you're literally just suffering. There's no ifs, ands, or whats about it. Sometimes life is just shit and suffering, and that's the way that it is, right? Can I get a hand for that? Can I get an agreement for that? And on the other hand, why we're oftentimes saying that is because it's quite painful, right? And that's the suffering, that it's very painful. And so some people, they love fentanyl. Who here has tried fentanyl, if you don't mind sharing? Who here has tried fentanyl? It must be delicious. It must be fantastic. Right? Must be amazing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, and so you see how that kind of works out. Really, Donnie? Well, there you well, be careful. You're gonna go back down the street if you don't be careful, or if I don't be careful. So sometimes life is painful. We take fentanyl and everything gets worse. Sometimes life is pleasurable and going the way that we like it to go, concerned with our body, meaning like your body's healthy and your life is going the way that you want it to from the perspective of the body. Food to eat, a place to rest, and then the same with the mind. The mind is going in the good way. Life in terms of the mind is going in a good way, but that's impermanent. So it's like your child is going to die. How can you be at peace with that? Can you really say that life is just wonderful if you know that your child is going to die? So in this way, life is suffering. In this way, you're going to get what you don't want to get, and you're going to not get what you want, and you're going to lose what you get that you like. Life is unsatisfactory. You don't just drink water one time, 2 times, 3 times, but rather life is unsatisfactory. Now, why is life so unsatisfactory? Well, we want it to be a certain way, don't we? We want to keep having the 24/7 fentanyl experience. Hey, Ruxa. We want to keep having the 24/7 fentanyl experience, or we want our child to live forever. We want to be on fentanyl 24/7. We want our child to live forever. And the fentanyl wears off and the child dies. So we want it to be a certain way. You want it to be a certain way. I want it to be a certain way. And this wanting it to be a certain way is kind of at the core of I. So who are you? What is I? What is ego? What is self? So like for RH, they said that, well, life is a pretty good deal. So everything that makes up your good deal of life is going to be lost. Is it still a good deal? Now, even before that, even before we get into this basic explanation of Buddhism, How are we prepared? How are we prepared to listen to the Dhamma? How are we in a position to receive the wisdom, the teachings of the Buddha, or the direct pointing out instructions? To see nature as it is, to see reality as it is. How do we become ready to not be completely and totally influenced by our addictions? We've got a lot of energy coming in this morning. Emotional eating, yeah. Well, all eating can kind of be emotional. You should eat like you're eating shit. That's what the Buddha says. Eating is very dangerous. Consuming media is very dangerous. Soda is dangerous. When you eat, the Buddha said it like this. The Buddha said, he told a story. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, the enlightened one, the Arahato, the original Arahat, the Buddha. He told a story about a man and a woman and a baby that were going through the desert. Whatever, they had to go through the desert. Who knows why? Maybe there's a fentanyl on the other side. And the man and the woman and the baby are going through the desert, and at one point they take a wrong turn, they don't know it, and they go and go and go, and then they recognize and then they realize that where they're at on the map. And they, because these are people that are not like us. The men of this age, the men of this era are wimps, punks. They're not navigators, they're not considerators, they're not anything, they're just punks. Modern men are just punks sometimes. And this guy wasn't a punk. This father wasn't a punk. He was a navigator. He was a deep thinker. He was a sand knower. And so he looked at the sand and he realized how far they were from the destination. And he realized, this is the Buddha told this story. He realized we have to eat the child to get to the other side. He realized that if we don't eat the baby and drink his blood and all that, we won't get to the other side. We'll all die. So you know what that means, don't you? They had to eat that baby. They had to eat their baby. So the Buddha says like this: how do you think it was? What do you think it was like for them to eat their baby? Do you think that they enjoyed it? Do you think that they put on a YouTube video while they ate their baby? No. So we should eat like that. The Buddha says that's how we should eat. And it can kind of get to this point like, you know, what does this guy want from us? We can't have fun, we can't feel pleasure, we can't avoid pain. We don't get time, we don't get to have time. There's no past, there's no future. You don't get to exist, I don't get to exist. You know, what's wrong with this guy? We start asking. But actually, if and when we start to look at life itself, we start to look at our experience itself now, not through thinking, but through experiencing. What then? All right, Maz Lord. Yeah, that's a good way, Major Minor. What do you feel about one's life being stagnant? How do you navigate this? Well, you can go to South Korea. You can go to Kathmandu. You can definitely go to India. And what we miss out on there, what maybe some of the entrepreneurs and some of our, you know, famous friends have got right, is that you've got to stay at it where you are. You have to know how to stay at it where you are and get more involved where you are. Should you live a stagnant life? No. But the stagnation isn't about the outside, it's about the inside. What do you do for work, Julie? Emotionally and philosophically, well, you got to jump on the monk life meditation train, Maz Lord. Is this your first time here? That's what I'm all about, getting you keep a chooching on the emotionally and philosophically. Clean houses, yep. A lot of people would kill for that job. Well, that's not a story of the Buddha, Caleb. Okay, we're not. Caleb, are you now believing right now, Caleb, that the Buddha is a man who ate his child before he became enlightened? Is that what you think I just said? Do other people think that I said that? That was a story that the Buddha told, not about himself. if you're going to eat, you're going to shit. Food is basically shit. Okay. I ordered a wig, so it should, I don't know when it's going to arrive here, but I did order one from Lazada. And look, you know, in some ways, if we do want to get more experienced in like mindfulness and detachment, or in the way of Buddha, you know, it's just like you're going to a university class. But this is a university class. This is a professor whose job it is to, you know, point out how stupid you are, to annoy you, to bother you, to spit in your face, to slap your mother, allegorically. And, you know, that's not something that a lot of people want. They think that they want that because it's spiritual, or it's their wisdom, or they have all these things that they invest their ego in. But this is kind of like to get, you know, to get the real treatment. And this is an assembly. This is a Dhamma assembly, isn't it? This is a Mahayana Dhamma assembly, isn't it? I don't think we have anybody who knows here, but good, Jin. Yo, yo, yo. And we all want, don't we? We want the Buddha, Guan Yin, our master, our favorite teacher, to come down, to ascend down, and you know, give us the frosted flakes tiger thumbs up and say, you're more than great. You're on the money. Spiritually, not materially. But that's not what they do, is it? Those demons, those devils. That's right, Selena. But once again, it wasn't the Buddha. It wasn't the Buddha that ate that child. Can you imagine? Maybe it was. Maybe they changed it early on. But why would a prince be walking in the desert? Inflows and outflows, yeah. I mean, how is it possible? Selena, I do not want to hear that. You bring twin flame to the Buddha or the Buddhism, I'm going to bring twin foots to stomp on the ground and say, no, 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 no. That's cultural appropriation, okay? Yeah, it's not something that makes sense because it doesn't work like that. You're creating a dualism, first and foremost, and you're creating a dualism about yourself, about non-dualism, and about non-self. So it's just very oxymoronic. Um, I think I'm seeing a bird, a great bird with a snake flying by. Either a snake or a wiggly twig. We seek to inflow and consume enlightenment, but not outflowing it. I've heard about, what the heck is that? That's about the biggest bird I ever seen in my whole life. Look at this. Uh-oh. Look at this bird. It's an eagle. It's an eagle or something. It's going up to the mountain. Through faith. One lets go of understanding through faith. Once you have faith in karma, once you have faith in cause and effect, it becomes viscerally clear that understanding in the way that you think it's possible is not possible. It's fake. So, you go from there. Go into natural meditation and stop not seeking. Well, you have faith in unknowing. So if you attach to unknowing, that's not real unknowing. Faith is like a trust. Quantum faith. You're beginning to be a scientist, yes. Don't doubt. Doubt is a hindrance. Doubt as less as you can. You'll see how you go. You'll see what happens to you. So you don't need to doubt. Stop listening to the mind. Stop listening to the nonsense that you make up. Stop talking to the mind. Have no doubt. Have complete faith in cause and effect, and that you can't understand it. Sure, yeah, that's a better definition that I'm coming up with. Unbounded, wordless trust, based on direct experience. And please, people, you get back what you give, what you share, what you offer, not just for yourself, but also for the others, for everyone. So don't be shy about giving with your question, with your understanding, with your experience, whatever it is, because that informs the circle, that informs the Dharma assembly. Tracy, it just doesn't matter what you think now. Can you see that? Can you access that? You can think a hippopotamus is in love with you on the moon. That doesn't really matter. Or you can think about that person who was mean to you or whatever. That doesn't really matter. You're just thinking about things. So see how thoughts don't really matter in the way that they seem to or would like to lead you to believe that they do. Right? Sometimes thoughts are literally like, I matter. You know what I mean? And so intellectually understand that in general thoughts are, just a weather pattern, just a spat of rain, just a cloud in the clear blue sky. So you detach, you abandon, you forgive that importance to thoughts now, not in your daily life. Your daily life is just like your dream you had yesterday or something. And, whose shit are you carrying around? Whose piss, whose blood, whose guts, whose fat, whose bones, whose phlegms are you carrying around? Your own. Whose rotten stink inside this shell of flesh are you responsible for? Are you dealing with? Yours. So what that means is that the shit of the world is the shit in you. So, what to do with those people? Just fuck them. let go of them. You are identifying and entangling and involving. So you need to give those people the ending. You need to give those people the forgiveness. That's what they need. That's what you need, isn't it? You're carrying these peoples around, you're trying to, you're going human centipede here. You're hooking up vacuum tubes to other people's assholes and into your brain, and you're wondering why you're having a bad time. That's not a good idea. Every person that you see shits, pisses, bleeds, vomits, they're, you want that, you've got enough shit on your own, don't you? So you need to forgive yourself in terms of that involvement with those other people's identities. How do you do that? How do you give forgiveness? You just give it. Step back, widen out, open up. Try to do that physically and give out that energy of mindfulness and detachment, or give out that energy of non-thinking. And when you're dealing with these people, you have to see through yourself. You have to see through your own ego about it, because that's what's keeping you underneath the toilet, squatting down there underneath the toilet as people come by and use it, making judgments, making a list. Yeah, they've got diarrhea. This is stage 3. This guy's got hemorrhoids, polyps. Just we work with the other people. We use them. We're almost exploitative, but not in a negative sense. We use without attachment. We don't try to meet the needs of their identity. And actually, how well does this apply in the big world? I can't tell you, because I don't want to deal so much in that world. But a sense of meekness, a sense of, yes, Massa. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So we don't get involved with people like that. We don't hear, someone comes along and presents their ego, and we come along and present our ego, and we dance together like that, or we try to do our projects together like that, and deal with each other like that. Don't. Yes, Massa. Yes. What can I do? What do you need? And you leave it at that. And if people are spewing bullshit, just leave it at that. Ignore them. Ignore yourself. Learn to ignore yourself as well. What am I doing? I'm sitting here and ignoring myself. And people are here supporting me to do that. Pause. Pause and aware. That's it. Pause and aware. And if you can't pause and aware naturally, or just how it goes, you're pausing and you're aware, then you have your mindfulness object. You have your breathing or whatever, because you're not asleep. In the dream, we say, oh, but, and we keep, we go back into the past, we create our lives in these dreams. We're not dreaming now, we're awake. So offer the ending, offer the resolution, offer the abandoning, offer the forgiving. I wish there was a spiritual thing, but there's not. It's just the way. And especially patience, not in a hurry. Try to see that ultimately you're getting angry at yourself. That ultimately this situation is inside of yourself. This experience is inside of yourself. Period. You say, okay, I recognize that. It's, you know, the situation is a little bit hopeless. You've got to kind of, when you find yourself in that storm, you're in your little boat and you are in that storm safely, major, minor. The answer is to give up hope. You're not going to steer the boat, the perfect storm. Anybody here ever see that movie? What a fantastic movie. The Perfect Storm. Anybody seen that? I got to go watch that. I got to go get a big screen TV and watch that. You know what I mean? Smoke a bunch of weed, smoke a bunch of reefer. Perfect Storm. Yeah. Anyways, lose hope. Abandon your sail. Turn off the engine. Die. The Buddha is saying, when it's hot, let the heat kill you. When it's cold, let the cold kill you. Let these interpersonal spirits or energies end you. End self. And when that doesn't, and then when you need to engage, I do it like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about. Use the power of not knowing. Be honest with them. Say, look, slow your roll, Chief. Mr. Who was it? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm here to do this, this, and that. And that's it. And close your eyes. You can close your eyes, and it's best to try. I don't know what everyone's situation is physically, but it's best to try if you can sit cross-legged like this. Just any kind of sitting cross-legged and sitting up, or any kind of sitting up for that matter. Closing the eyes and go into oneself. go into that experiencing. To go into that experiencing, one needs to not be seeking for something and not unwilling to be with whatever is. So no avoidance, openness to non-avoidance. And we are natural when we close our eyes and bring attention to the internal experience. We're natural to be, aware of breathing. And so allow that awareness of breathing to be like a concentration vehicle. For driving into the intimacy and the directness of moment by moment experiencing. Watching the body-mind. One of the good tools when we do meditation like this is we're in the environment, we're in the context, so it's kind of accessible for there to be space in the mind. We're in this modality of listening. And so in that space in the mind, that experience of the body, the sensations in the body, the bodily experience. Not as something to get something out of. Just what it is, unspeakable. And we like to blame the teacher, we like to blame ourselves, we like to tell a little story, we think we're in the matrix, or we think there's chakras and whatever bullshit it is that we come up with. The space and the sensation, pain is a good one, pain's an easy one. So for example, me, I, which is not, I is just like a concept, but in this concept of I or me, this body that is belonging to someone, which is just nonsense. There's no need to dream. There's no need to draw up contracts of contracted thoughts stacked on top of one another. It's unnecessary. So this is the unnecessariness of true Zen. Shit your pants, piss your pants, throw up, open your eyes, close them. Open your ears and smell with your tongue reality. And so these sensations in the leg area that seem to be there, that this experience that's happening, and maybe you'll have a tummy ache or tinnitus or pain in your back, it's a good one. Or maybe you're on cloud nine, whatever. Those sensations are telling a story of thoughtlessness. those sensations, that experience of pain, is real, is undeniable. So can you sit there and can you eat shit and drink piss with the best of them? How bad do you want this? Not that thing, not that guap or that gal or that status or whatever. But how bad do you want to see through right and wrong, good and bad, up and down, left and right, self and other? To see through time. So this feeling of pain, this sense of unpleasantness or uncomfortableness, and our affiliation with that is a kind of blockage. A blockage of self-fixated affliction. And we've got to look really hard to make that self-fixated affliction transparent. It is already empty, but we couldn't to see its emptiness because we didn't to look closely enough, openly enough. Reducing the desire activities, being more humble and reverent, guru yoga, trusting our teacher, our master, allows us to have the direct experience of pain and non-pain. And as we look more and more closely at this direct experience, where is we? Where is you? Where is I? Just a tool, just a thought. So, if you don't listen, if you don't put it into practice, don't expect to get anywhere good. As for me, my garden, blackberries, durians, mangoes, raspberries, coconuts, it's gotta be full of shit. So this is one of the most clear, one of the most direct practices for you to, for the composting practice. You sit there, you fold your legs, you feel the pain, and you eat, and you endure. Okay, T-Max, thank you. You sit there and you endure. That's one of the best things that we can do. So you can try to do that kind of thing on your own time. See how it works. This can also have side effects. This, this is, it's not black or white. It's that there's different techniques. There's different ways of approach, and we want to be ready to make use of any and all ways of approach. What happens when you do that? Oh, I get side effect. You can't escape. You can never escape. Sand, who are you to be asking me a question like that? I am a Dhamma teacher, okay? I am an authorized Dhamma teacher. I am a well-known advisor, all right? I am an authority and a professional in terms of Buddhism and meditation. So I shave my head as an action of, and I put on these clothes as well as an action of consideration of the weight of my position and my authority concerned with the path. Okay? I am third wave American Buddhism, okay? I am the leading edge. Many people don't know that. That's because there's not much community out there for Buddhism, is there? In the West. Bunch of bullshitters, bunch of losers, or winners, as we should say. Tom Charles, who are you to say that? What do you know about it? Meditate in front of a stranger? Oh, Jaden, shut up! You're not here with us because your head's up your own ass, Jaden. Take your head out of your rear end. Allegorically. Have you taken it out, Jaden? San, who the heck are you that you think you're just going to come in here as an anonymous spirit and say things and hold positions? Who are you, San? I was a Buddhist monk for 7 years. And where's Jaden? Jaden, has your head been removed from your rear end? Did you do the meditation, Cosmic Findings? Remember, you asked for the meditation, and we did some meditation. What are you talking about, Jaden? What are your vices? Oh, sure, San. Jaden, how old are you and where are you from? How old are you and where are you from? Talking about quitting the internet is just, you need to stop trying to control your life in that way. Go for a walk, relax, calm down. And you're not going to get anywhere. Listen, you recognize that your understanding doesn't work. You recognize that your understanding doesn't work. So you have to detach and abandon your own understanding and move on from there. Move on from that. Really, Gina? No, we're not talking about Buddhism around the world, okay? This is a tough day, huh? Jim Newman says, this is whole. This is complete. There's nothing missing. There's no real lack. There's no real need for anything to happen. You're too judgmental, Jaden. You can't just go around and complaining and judging everything and then expect life to get better. You have to appreciate what's here and now. Jim Newman, he's a wonderful teacher, non-duality teacher. Listen closely, Jaden. Stop complaining before I go over there and I kick your batuki. Okay? Stop complaining. Start appreciating. Are you in Australia, Cosmic? It's too many Australians. We're going to have to organize an Australian meditation retreat. With the kangaroos and the wallabies. Jaden, shut that mouth, stop complaining, and start walking and start breathing and start letting go. All you're doing is coming here and complaining. I'm going to complain my foot up your rear end. You stop complaining and you start listening. You start asking questions. You stop whining and drining on. You hear what I'm saying? Wah, 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 wah. Shush. I'll go anywhere. All I need is a big paycheck. Stop that whining. Tajikistan. It's difficult to understand. It's not, you're not going to understand. We're not going to understand it. We're hanging out. We're going to understand it, right? Not going to happen. So it's going to take time, and it's going to take, you know, how do you detach from your own understanding? Come and take a look. Take a look at your life. Take a look at your experience. You understand what's going on? The cycling, oi, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, all around. What's going on? They say, one master said, he says, don't you be prideful about that enlightenment until you've mastered all the seasons. So all of the waves and the motion of your life. And that's kind of what we're, you know, what we're practicing. You know, if it was Jim's live stream, he'd have something to say. But this isn't Jim's live. This is my live stream, Jim. You take your non-dual butt and you get out of here. if you know what's good for you. Jim's a sweet and mysterious man. And that's what this is, Jaden. This is a mystery. This is a mystery, Jaden. This is a mysterious life. This is a mysterious world. We got major minor here. What stage of Bodhisattva are you, major minor? A big paycheck is just a good reason that makes sense. That's all. Jaden! If you were here right now, Jaden, you'd really be in for it. Okay? What's inflow and outflow? Majora's Mask should tell us. Major, minor. What's inflow? What's outflow? Good, Rogue Trooper. Let it be. No idea what that means. Our attachments make us sick. Our attachments make us crazy. Not just crazy, but omni-crazy. Outflow completes inflow. I knew it. What I'm trying to tell people is I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy wisdom one. Because inside of us, we want to be Prince Albert. We want to be King Henry. As a white man, what's everybody's race in here? Put your race in the chat. Put your race in the chat, everybody. What race are you? And be specific. Human, Richard is a white man. Colorblind. What country, are you black? Are you white? Are you Muslim? Lebanese. I want to go to Lebanon. Oh, Norwegian white, really? That's great. Peruvian. white, Spanish, British, Maori, part Maori. Wow. You, Shelley, you can get the facial iconography, right? We got a proud white man here. Well, we're all very honored. Thank you for being here, Truth Hurts. Rogue Trooper, that's the white and then the English flag like that. Be careful what people might think of you. So, what's being taught here? What is this for? What is this truly for? Is this right view Dhamma? Is this Arya Dhamma? Are there Aryas here in the chat? Are there Sotapannas here in the chat? Sakyagamis, Anagamis, Arahats in the chat? Am I a Sotapanna? Am I a Sakyagami? And am I an Anagami? And am I Arahat? Am I enlightened? Do I have the enlightenment? Are you enlightened? Oh, I'm serious. I'm definitely serious. I'm definitely serious right here and right now. There we go. Who here is enlightened? That's what we need to do. Are you enlightened? And to what degree? Are you a Sotapanna or are you Sakyagami? I was a Buddhist monk for 7 years, changed life. I was a Buddhist monk for 7 years. I was a holy man. Okay, Path is not enlightened. Oxford believes he's enlightened, and he believes I'm enlightened, so maybe he's right. Kind of ugly is nothing. Kairaza, I don't think too much I, right? Just enlightened. Yeah, that's fine, Rogue. Don't know. Stay with don't know and just listening. Venerable Tree Dao, are you Venerable Tree Dao? Shelley is an enlightened person's toenail. Is Ajahn Brahm an Arahant? You know, where does Jim Newman fit into all this? See, Jaden, you're naughty all along. You're a bad one all along. We all have thoughts and ideas, seemingly. But those thoughts and ideas are just appearances. So it's not reliable. What you think about me, what I think about you, thoughts about the past and future is just like missing the point of the looking or the experiencing itself. That means that you wasted a lot of blessings, Taoist. If you meet Guan Yin in a dream, you exert or you exhaust many blessings. So I hope you enjoyed it. I see my emotions go by me like a leaf blowing in the wind, understanding them but not rejecting them, seeing them in their form as they are and understanding them, yet I crave no worldly possessions. Well, you're here, so that's enlightened enough for me. Because that's the idea of enlightenment, right? If if the I mean, what if the enlightened person doesn't like you? Then they must not be enlightened. So if you think I'm enlightened, then I guess you must be enlightened. If you don't think that I'm enlightened, well, then I guess you must not be enlightened. So that's what we have to be quite careful of. As Ajahn Sumedho says, and that's for you, Cosmic, if you want to be the enlightened one, you got to listen to the real, the OGs, the heavy hitters. You got to listen to the Ajahn Sumedho, put on some Master Yonghua, listen to Jim, Mr. Jim Newman. Maybe we'll call Jim, see if Jim picks up. WhatsApp's over there, not over here. I'll just switch it. See if Jim's here. Good job, everybody. We're going in the right direction. Jim's not picking up. Now you could, yeah, that's a good point, Spice. You definitely could. Because you still have preferences. You still, that guy stinks. This smells good, right? Listen, we've got a busy day ahead of us, everybody. Let's get some big W's in the chat. Let's get some big support in the chat right now. Big energy flowing in. Okay? Big W's in the chat. Big energy flowing in. This is going to be a big day. We got a lot to do today. Samsung. I just had to replace the screen. The screen broke on it. It's just been a lot of hard use. It's had a lot of hard use, and then the pixels started to die on the edge. Like near the side of the screen, the pixels started to die, and then the screen started to turn black. My favorite song of all time? Well, a lot of people should know that. There's plenty of Western food over here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely Oxford. It's completely possible. Um, we haven't had that much time to spend together. He's a little bit sick. He's got a little bit sick. Okay, Tom Charles coming in with the $5 donation. Thank you, Tom. Good idea. Taylor wants some words of wisdom. Why would you think I have words of wisdom, Taylor? What's happening in the live? How come no more teaching? What's going on? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. He's a little bit tricky. He's a little bit sneaky. He's an older man, so you know how older men get that way. So I have a lot of respect for Jim, which he probably wouldn't agree with, which is why I have a lot of respect for him. Google it. Talk to ChatGPT, Luke. Because you get yourself caught up, you get yourself stuck up, and you make the bad habits in your life. One night of drunk driving in your van, and the next thing you know, it breaks. Yeah, I'd say that's a good lesson. That's a good project for anybody in the community, is to go and look into Jim Newman, see what Jim Newman does, and then you come back to me and you tell me what you know, what you understand. Ooh, Taylor. Taylor just got Tiger way out of pocket. Tiger, you're done. To not know. No, not that Jim Newman. Go onto YouTube and search for Jim Newman. To not know. To be in not knowing. To to recognize the impossibility of things on our journey of sadhana. Boy. I have a very lazy disposition. And as much as I'm interested to go somewhere and do something, I'm not. So you know, as much as there's a tomorrow, there's not. We get into this idea, who's more enlightened? Or who's better? And we find out nobody to begin with. Who's going to win the race? There is no race. You know? So what are you going to do with that? How are you going to digest that? Not that there's no tomorrow, because, you know, who knows? Maybe there's a tomorrow. Or maybe there's a dimension where time is material. But what's a dimension? What's time? What's material? Sounds? So the Zen masters said, they said, what is the sound of one hand clapping? What is the sound of one hand clapping? What is it? The walking meditation is very important. Or is it? What if you can't walk? Then what are you going to do? Thank you, Milad, for your donation. You know, so there's a, let's say there's a thisness in what's happening. And this thisness, that's not anything, but let's say that it's something, right? This is something, right? So that thisness is not conceptual. Non-conceptual thisness. And you know, we're addicted, we're addicts. I was thinking about the title for this video, and actually I had thought about, you're an addict. You're an addict, I'm an addict to thinking something about this. This is like this is like that. This is a part of this idea, this is a part of that idea. He's here for this reason and that. It's kind of like the dream creation. The birds flying. Might be time to go soon. Might be the mosquito has had its fill. Oh, this is nice here. Think about your body being ripped apart, right down the middle. Detach, cut the shit. What is taught? To stop conceiving, seeing, hearing, experiencing, not conceiving about it. Everything you conceive about is just shit. And I'm the shit man here. So don't you try to go along conceiving unnecessarily. We get pulled into conceiving and thinking and this and that, opinion and perspective. Listen, there's enough problems. Don't make unnecessary problems with your conceiving, thinking about, adding on to, getting involved. Step back for God's sakes. Step back for Buddha's sake. Step back from the involvement. Step back from the identification with people and places and things. Step back. Because you will have a payment on every single one of those things, just like a car payment, just like a house payment, for everything that you conceive. everything that you're getting involved with, you're going to be in big trouble. You're going to have a debt to pay. So stop signing up for these courses and classes of thoughts about things, getting yourself into trouble, getting yourself into debt. Don't you have enough debt as it is? Release and relax. Identity. Even to release and relax is just me spitting in your face how much of a fool you are, how ridiculous you are, how endlessly your head is stuck in the toilet, lost in the sauce of nonsense. So, what are you going to do? This is the thing. Give up. Give up the giving up. Where are you going? What are you doing with your life? Nothing. How about your past? How about your future? Give it up, give it away, give it out. Dissolve it with the resolution of non-thinking. Don't be idealistic. Be no ideas-istic. No idea-istic. Try to be that way. Namaste, sir. Can I get Ethiopian cappuccino hot? Yeah, later you can bring.
You can order them.
Ethiopian cappuccino. Hot. Ethiopian, the Ethiopian one. Let me show you. Here, this one right here. See this one?
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much. What if I did this? This would be kind of drippy. But that's, how would you be able to hear that when that's so far away? So I think it's better. How is that possible? Don't focus on that. Don't worry about that. Don't fixate on that, whatever it is. Yeah, this is probably better. Yeah, but this is the way to pick it up closely. Now I think some people here you're on the spiritual path, right? And you want to be more enlightened. Is it right? Is it true? Wow, thank you. Thank you.
Which platform are you streaming at?
YouTube.
Oh, you're streaming on YouTube?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Okay.
It's easy.
Okay, okay.
This is the Buddhism live stream. Here, let me type it in for you. Uh-oh.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Firstly, you crack the egg. You take a whiff. What's that smell like? Well, Buddha would say it smells like shit. It smells good. So you crack the egg. In some ways, there's no place for a there's no place for a Buddhist celebrity. There's no place for a Buddhist influencer. That's not a real thing, a real Buddhist influencer. It's not going to happen. At least not the way that I do things. But what we can work with is kind of like a Buddhist lol cow is probably my highest hopes. But that also not going to work. And what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when what you're doing or what's going on isn't working? You want to go over there, but you can't go over there. You just can't get it. So what are you supposed to do in that kind of situation? The kind of situation where you frankly and fundamentally can't get what you want out of this experience. What are you supposed to do? so that attaching to what appears is not reliable. Use everything that I've taught you. Use everything that I've encouraged you to know about. And when you see me not speaking or going back to the island within myself, that's your cue to go back to the island within yourself and to use all of your skills and all of your capacities that you have to enable that. This is not a place for understanding what's going on. I'm not that compassionate. I'm not that generous. For those who would like to call in, the number is +1 443 987 6521 on WhatsApp. You can call and ask your question if you have one. +1 443 987 6521 to get your live consultation. If not, then to Well, are you enlightened yet? Could I get another water? More water? Water. Yeah, water. Water. Oh, thank you very much. I don't really believe in koans. Enough is enough. It's time to change the status quo. see what this chair has going on. Yeah, that's a good idea, Ratan. A cosmic, most important is that you relax your seeking. Relax your desire and your want to get. Relax it fully. Relax it completely. This better? You should call me on WhatsApp, Luke. Concerned with seriously thinking about getting into Buddhism. Call me on WhatsApp.
Kalau dia mau sewa mobil, kita bantu itu kan kanan-kanan ibu bisa. Jadi mereka mau yang dia mau mobil apa tapi ice. Nah, kalau tetap sepi ya kalau ke hospital, betul kan? Ke hotel, terus lepas dengan ke hospital. Nah, itu saya kita pakai mobil baru hospital. Bantu obat hospital. Sekarang itu bisa siapa yang tak doa
Retreat inward. Saudara sehat, saya dapat sesuatu sesuai dengan semua oke. Tapi lihat, kalau
kita bisa provide karena kamu mereka perlu cek dan penting itu kita bisa ambil cek karena kita ada manusia kami dengan Indonesia juga sama-sama kita pilih orang jadi di Indonesia kita kami kasih tahu kabar impor dia masuk ke mana betul itu saja kita juga ada banyak seperti uang ini bukan apa kita lihat situasi dan ini seperti Indonesia ini kan dengan macam sama mereka ini tapi kita Indonesia daripada terlalu dan ini kita bisa bantu mereka di sini mungkin kalau perlu lama perlu satu pembantu mereka yang itu juga kasih tahu kami yang apa perlu terus kita bisa urus atau mereka untuk mau pulang untuk pikir dan bukan semua orang kita bisa urus untuk
It's just like what's happening. Is it actually non-dual? Is it actually a real non-dual live stream or not? What is real non-duality? Can I get strawberry? And do you have a hot water? Very hot water? Okay.
Same is cappuccino.
Yeah, fill this. Almost full, almost full. Thank you. And let me get the avocado salad. Yeah. No. Let me get the avocado salad. That's it.
Pay the bill or later.
Okay, later. We've just put this here. Really, it's a good inspiration to be with.
Pasti kan tradisi Indonesia pasti romantis. Bisa itu walaupun kita tidak
When you are settled in Zen, the mind is serene, unaffected by worldly distractions. You enter the realm of enlightenment and transcend the ordinary world, leaving the world while in the midst of society. Who said I'm living on mom and dad's dime? J.R. Raby. Did I say that? Does it seem like that? Does it look like that? That I'm living on mom and dad's time? What do you mean it ain't hard to tell? Are you trolling or are you being for real? Well, I can really commend that because not everybody can admit and know that they're just trolling. It's kind of like you just don't really mean, there's not any heart behind what you're saying. That's what trolling is. Don't talk to him, Moz Lord. If there's heart behind what you're saying, you're not trolling, you're just sharing, you're just being. There's no perks. J.R. Raven, this is not a place for you to be an obscure weirdo, okay? Look at that. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Projecting Munch. Raven, this is my YouTube channel. What are you talking about? This is my dominion. This is my domain. I can't be weird. It's like you go into somebody's house and they're, doing their thing, with their friends or with their community, and you come in and say, you're being so weird. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? An ascetic lifestyle. What ascetic lifestyle? J.R. Raven, be quiet and long. But I'm not a monk. I was a monk for 7 years, but I'm not a monk anymore. So I can be as materialistic as I deem to be appropriate. It's like making pottery. They put the clay on the wheel and they spin it around and around, and you never know what you're going to end up with. And pottery breaks. The life is a changing and a moving. So just in that movement, the shape change, but the nature of the clay is still the same. The nature of the space is still the same. So the real question is, what are we putting in the pot? What are we putting in the pot? There's not really any such thing as a reason. What is the reason is like a dead-end street. What is the reason I was born? Why did my parents have me? And then you make a 10-part YouTube series on the reason you were born, interviewing your parents. Who wants to watch that shit? that garbage. Ban those people from YouTube. What was the Papa, what was the reason? I'm going to give you a reason. Going to the island within is a kind of, you go into your direct experiencing. No. Because I'm more powerful than you. So well, you never want to do that, Ethan. You don't want to kill anything. Everything's good, everything's bad, everything's right, everything's wrong. You don't have to explain it anymore. Stop fixating on those explanations. After all, there's nothing to explain. No boss, no owner, no explanation, no reservation, just like Anthony Bourdain. Heartbeat in the beat of a drum. With you in my heart. I'm gonna die young. Listen, you just need to try enough. Just try enough not to be a complete lunatic. If you can do that, then that's enough. Just enough to not be a complete lunatic. And you know, maybe we didn't grow up around other human beings who were not complete lunatics, so we don't really necessarily know what that means. Don't put your head in the toilet. Isn't that what they say? They don't say when you put your head in the toilet, do this and this and this. They say, keep your head out of the gosh darn toilet. Right? So just do that. Twin flame or twin whatever. It doesn't matter. That's just nonsense. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything. It's the same sixth sense as internalizing, you know, complex things that are going on in your life. It is ultimately worthless. Yeah, so this is not... This is not anything at all. Namaste, Haribo. You think this, you think that. That's called the toilet hat. Don't wear a hat made of toilets. Don't wear a hat made of thoughts. Don't be a person who thinks about things. There's nobody more foolish than a person who thinks about things. So let's get it clear. Let's be clear about this. Just as much as you think. Practice non-thinking. Just as much as you think, practice non-thinking. Just as much as you are in a hurry to do something, practice to not be in a hurry to do something. We remember that about peeing or defecating, but we don't remember that about many other things. Know how to be in a hurry, know how to not be in a hurry. You're very skillful in having an idea about something? Okay, great. Are you very skillful at not having any idea about something? Or not having any idea about anything for that matter? Bring expectations to an end. Bring your expectations to the ending. Bring your thoughts, whatever thought you had thought up, to the end of thinking. Bring it there. We get a little bit too caught up, don't we, on I had thought that. I had thought this. I had thought that. So what? You thought it. You thought it. You thought it. So what? So what? You thought it. Did you think to let go? That you had thought that? I had thought that. So what? Detach. Abandon, forgive, release. Whatever it is, whatever it might be, whatever it could be. This is not something passive. This is active. To step out from and to widen out from your addiction to what you think, your attachment to your view, your perspective, your idea, your belief. In each step, in each breath, a gentle wind blows. In each breath, a flower blooms. A flower of mindfulness and detachment is a flower of wisdom. So let it bloom. And bloom out from the blooming. Unfold from the unfolding. Widen out from the widening out itself. Beginning again, beginning anew. Another fresh start. Another fresh start. Look at this. Caught in the act. Typical monk. Caught in the act. Another monk over here. Namaste, Bante. Anumodana. No, I'm a celebrity. I film myself. I'm a meditation teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anumodana. Sukhi Hotu, Bante. Yes. Yes, yes. How can you tell someone not to film if you're not someone? Everybody's out today. Another monk. Anumodana. Oh, I think that sauna got the best of me yesterday. But we will overcome. We will overcome. Without a limit. I said to myself, I said, Mr. Rob, you can be wandering around making a fool of yourself on the live stream, or you can be rolling around in bed watching a TikTok or doing God knows what for yourself. And I said, you know what? I choose the community. I choose the giving. I choose the sharing. Okay, who's ready? Who's ready to get enlightened? I want to see some big W's in the chat, everybody. Who's ready to get enlightened? Who is ready to get big enlightenment? I need to see those W's in the chat. I want to know who's here. And I want to know who's still alive. Who is here ready to get that big W of enlightenment? What's going on? Speak up, everybody. We've only got one W. We've only got one W in the chat. Road, cosmic, oh. How'd that happen, Logan? Come on, everybody, get those W's. Wake on up. Wake on up now, come on. Come on, everybody. Come on, get those W's in the chat. What are we doing here? Please. We've only got 4 people here, 5 people. What have I been reduced to? Come on. Come on. I was the I show speed of Buddhism. I was the Mr. Beast of non-duality. It was me. I was the guy. I was the master. I was the teacher. Now we've just got taking a break. He's tired. He's probably going through some cycles, going through some things. Okay, everybody ready? The Charlie Sheen of Buddhism. How dare you? All right, we're gonna restart. Sure, San, you should do that. That's a good idea. We're gonna restart this stream. And we're going to start it off right. It's been a tough day. It's been a difficult day in some ways. And it's time to restart and refresh and begin the stream again. Okay? And we're going to start off with a bang. I've got a special surprise. I've got a special surprise for the next section, the next part of this live stream. And it's frankly, it's not going to be something that you want to miss. Well, here is about to disappear, so see you in a moment.